dust off your boots and brace your heart, because this story's gonna sweep you into a whirlwind of raw passion and stubborn dreams. Welcome to the longest ride, where love doesn't just spark. It burns like a prairie fire, fierce and untamed, across a cowboy's wild rides, a girl's soaring ambitions, and an old man's letters that hum with forever. Imagine gripping a bull's reins, chasing a city skyline, or holding a love so deep it outlives time itself. Can you hold on when fate bucks hard, or will it throw you into the dirt? We're plunging into a tale of heartbeats and heartbreaks where every choice feels like a leap off a cliff. Get ready to feel the rush, the ache, the everything. If you're here for stories that sear your soul, hit that subscribe button for love flicks and join the ride. Let's charge into the arena! In a North Carolina bull ring, the air crackles like a storm about to break. The crowd's roar shakes the stands as Rango, a bull with a devil's heart. Pause the shoot. He's tossed 74 cowboys like they were nothing. And now Luke Collins steps up, his jaw tight, his eyes glinting with reckless fire. They call him the magician on a bull, but today's no parlor trick. The gate bursts open, and Rango unleashes hell, twisting, bucking a tornado of raw power. Luke's hands burn on the rope, his body slams with every jolt, his pulse a war drum. 8 seconds stretch into a lifetime. The crowd's on its feet, but Rango's too much. Luke's grip slips, and he crashes to the dirt, pain exploding as the world fades. He blacks out, the arena's roar echoing into silence. A year later, Sophia Danko's world is softer, sharper, textbooks and sketches, her heart set on art and a glittering future. She's in this small town on a scholarship, every step a brushstroke toward New York's galleries. Her friend Marcia storms into her dorm, all spark and mischief. Bull riding tonight? You're coming! She insists, grinning like she's already won. Sophia groans. Cowboys and chaos aren't her scene, but Marcia's relentless, dangling visions of hot guys in hats. Sophia relents, muttering, whatever. Her gut whispering trouble. At the arena, the energy's alive, bulls snorting, cowboys falling, the crowd a pulsing heartbeat. Sophia's hooked despite herself, her eyes catching the names on the board. Then Luke's called. He's back a year after Rango nearly broke him, his hands shaking as that fall flashes in his mind. He climbs on, fear a knife in his chest, but he buries it. The ride's a blaze of grit. He holds on, winning the crowd, and a fleeting glance from Sophia, her breath catching at his defiance. Luke's victory glows, but the bull's not done. It breaks free, charging like a runaway train. Luke leaps the fence, landing so close to Sophia the air hums. His hat falls at her feet, and their eyes lock. A spark. She picks it up, offering it back, but Luke's smile is slow, warm. Keep it, he says, voice rough with something unspoken, before vanishing into the crowd. Sophia's fingers tighten on the hat, her heart tripping over itself. At the after party, Marcia's a whirlwind, dancing with strangers, while Sophia sits alone at the bar, restless. She steps outside and there's Luke, leaning against a post, all quiet strength. I'm Luke, he says, offering a drink. They talk, the night wrapping them in a soft glow, but Marcia stumbles out, drunk and giggling. Sophia sighs she's gotta play babysitter. Luke's hand brushes hers. I'll call you, he says, and her stomach flips, half hoping he means it. Next day, Marcia's nursing a hangover and prying, you ghosted Luke's calls, she teases. Sophia's firm. I'm building a life. No distractions, Marcia laughs. Only you dodge a cowboy like that. But Sophia's resolve wavers. She calls Luke, and his voice is warm, steady. He asks her to dinner, showing up with wildflowers, his shy grin cracking her walls. He drives her to a lakeside, a picnic table set with candles, the water shimmering under dusk. Sophia spills her dreams. Art, New York, a life painted in bold colors. Luke's quieter, his eyes fierce. I want to be the best, he says. Ride in Vegas, top of the world. By the campfire, their hands brush, the heat pulling them close, but Sophia stops short. I'm leaving for New York next month, she says, voice tight. Luke's jaw clenches, the spark dimming. Rain lashes their drive back the road a slick blur. Luke spots a broken railing and hits the brakes, his gut screaming danger. He bolts out, Sophia trailing, and they find a car in flames, wreckage twisted. An old man slumps inside, barely alive. Luke yanks him free, the man mumbling about a box. Sophia snatches it. a small, weathered thing. As fire swallows the car, medics swarm, rushing the man to the ER. Sophia's hands shake, clutching the box, and she wants to stay. Luke offers to wait, but she shakes her head. "Go," she says, voice soft but final. He pauses, then says, "Good luck in New York." The words sharp with hurt. Sophia watches him go, her chest etching, the box heavy in her hands. In the hospital's quiet, Sophia's curiosity stirs. She opens the box, finding letters, brittle and faded, addressed to Ruth. She reads one, and a voice rises, old, tender, full of longing. It's Ira, the man they saved, recalling his youth. He was shy, watching Ruth from afar, her laughter a light he couldn't touch. When he finally spoke, she was on a date, and his heart sank. Ira wakes in the hospital frail, his eyes dull with surrender. Sophia offers the box, but he shakes his head. Can't read him anymore, even with glasses? She strikes a deal. Read for him if he eats. He nods, and she begins. Ruth, bold and bright, approached Ira first, her smile unraveling his nerves. They walked home, words flowing easy, and Ira asked her out, heart pounding. She said yes, and the world felt possible. Ira's too tired for more, but he asks Sophia to return. She nods, a quiet promise. Luke's back in the arena, his Vegas dream on the line. This rides his shot, but the bull's merciless. He falls fast, the crowd gasping, his chance gone. Fury churns in his gut. In his truck, he finds a photo, young Ira and Ruth, smiling, slipped from the box. He visits his mom, who sees the storm in him. "Well, you quit writing?" she asks. "Never." He snaps. She softens, sensing more. "Met a girl," he admits. "I like her, but she's off to New York soon." His voice cracks, betraying the ache. Sophia returns to Ira, another letter in hand. Ruth's passion spills out. She loved art, pulling Ira to a painting, her joy infectious. They danced, their first kiss a quiet fire. On vacation, Ira started to propose, but Ruth spoke of a big family, kids everywhere. He asked anyway, and Ruth's yes was a vow. Luke visits Ira, surprising Sophia, and hands over the photo of Ira and Ruth. A flashback pulls us to 1941. Ira drafted, leaving Ruth. In war, he saved a soldier but took a wound that stole his chance at kids. He told Ruth, shame heavy, she'd never have her dream family. "You're my dream," she said, and their love burned brighter than loss. Sophia and Luke hit a bar, laughing over pool, then dinner, their walls crumbling. In a photo booth, silly snaps turn to kisses, the world fading. Luke takes her to his ranch, horses galloping under endless sky, their hearts racing. New York looms, but for now, they're here, tangled in a moment that feels like it could last. That night, in the quiet of their house, desire ignites, they make love, a desperate tangle of limbs and heartbeats, as if they can outrun the future. But dawn breaks and reality creeps in like a cold wind. Luke's off to another bull riding competition, and Sophia drags Marcia along to watch, her heart half in the arena, half in the city she's chasing. The arena's alive. Luke's turn comes, his jaw set, eyes burning. He mounts the bull, the world narrowing to 8 seconds of chaos. The beast bucks wild, but Luke holds on muscles screaming and nails the timer. Cheers explode. Competition after competition, he fights his way to the top 26, Vegas glinting closer, but Sophia's face lingers in his mind, a pull he can't shake. One morning, Sophia visits Ira at the nursing home, his frail hands tracing the edges of his letterbox. Her phone buzzes. Her boss needs help with an art exhibit. Ira's voice softens, recalling Ruth's passion for art. He tells of Black Mountain College, their honeymoon haven, where Ruth fell for a painting. Ira, clueless about art, bought it just to see her smile. They built a sweet life. A cozy house, Ira running his father's business, Ruth teaching school kids. "You made her happy," Sophia says, her voice warm. Ira's eyes dim, only for a while. He murmurs, a crack in his voice hinting at pain yet to unfold. That evening, Sophia's at Luke's house, giggling with his mom over his chubby-cheeked baby photos. She learns Luke's dad was a bull rider too, until a heart attack stole him away. Sophia mentions the art exhibit, unsure. Luke's riding that afternoon. "I'll be there," he promises, his gaze steady. At the exhibit, Luke arrives, boots scuffing polished floors, out of place among sleek art types. Sophia's swamp, pulled away by her boss, leaving Luke adrift. He lingers at the bar, sipping a drink, and overhears a couple planning to buy a squiggly lines painting for $20,000. His eyes roll. Art's a mystery he can't crack. Sophia introduces him to her boss, who asks his take on the exhibit. More BS here than my ranch. Luke says, half joking. Her boss laughs, but Sophia's smile fades, embarrassment stinging. Later, she corners him, voice sharp. That was my boss, the one who could make my career. Luke's frustration spills over. This ain't gonna work. He says, raw, you won't live on a ranch, and I can't see myself in Manhattan yakking about squiggly lines. The words cut deep, and Sophia's heart twists. Their worlds apart. Next morning, she seeks Ira's wisdom, her voice trembling about her crumbling relationship. Ira sighs, his eyes far off. His marriage wasn't easy either. Ruth dreamed of a family, but they couldn't have kids. One day, she noticed Daniel, a scruffy student dozing in her class, neglected by his half-uncle. Ruth tutored him, fed him, gave him clothes. He thrived, calling them family. They wanted to adopt him, but his guardians refused, and Ruth's heart broke, the loss a wound that lingered. Luke's back in the arena, another shot at glory. He rides hard, clears 8 seconds, but the bull throws him into the fence. Dazed, he hears he's won, now number 9 in the world. But his head spins, and he collapses, the crowd's cheers fading. Sophia's en route to New York. When her phone rings, Luke's in the hospital. The doctors blunt his riding days are done. Days later, Luke's out, but stubborn as ever, talking about getting back in the saddle. Sophia snaps, her voice cracking. I saw your crash last year. 10 days in a coma. Luke's eyes harden. I can't quit. She drops a bomb. I gave up my internship for you. He doesn't budge, and her heart shatters. We're done, she says, walking away, tears burning. Sophia finds Ira, her voice hollow. I didn't make it to New York. I broke up with Luke. Ira asks how he can help. Just tell me what happened next, she pleads. Ira's story unravels. Ruth, aching for kids, left him, the house too quiet without her. Before she went, Ira held her close. I'm letting you go because I love you, he said, even if your happiness isn't with me. Ruth walked away, and Ira lived alone, the silence deafening. But one day, she came back. They grew old together, collecting paintings, Ira writing her letters daily, even when she was right beside him. One morning, he tried to wake her, but she was gone. He packed away their art, each canvas a ghost of her. A woman visits Ira, Daniel's wife. Daniel became a professor but passed 6 years ago. Reading Ruth's obituary, she brought a painting Daniel made for his teacher. Ira's smile is soft, bittersweet. Luke, meanwhile, talks to his mom, now 5th in the world. Why keep writing? She asks. He says it's for the ranch for her. She shakes her head. You're doing it for you. 8 seconds on a bull ain't a life. That girl could be? Sophia gets a call. Ira's gone. Passed in the night. His lawyer invites her to a private auction of Ruth's art collection. Luke gets an invite too. At the rodeo, Luke draws Rango, the bull that nearly killed him. Fear grips him, but he mounts up. The timer starts and Rango's a demon, bucking wild. Luke holds on, finishing the ride, landing as the top 2. The crowd roars, but his heart's empty. He bolts from the arena. At the auction, Sophia marvels at Ruth's collection, each painting a piece of Ira's love. Luke arrives, and their eyes meet, a spark flickering. The first item's Daniel's portrait of Ruth. No one bids, and Sophia's stomach drops. At 600, Luke's voice rings out, bidding heads turn. Sophia smiles. He wins it. She approaches, and Luke's voice is soft. I'm done writing. I thought beating Rango would make me happy, but it's you I want. They kiss, the world falling away, until a staffer calls them back. The lawyer reveals Ira's will. Whoever bought Ruth's portrait gets the entire collection, worth millions. Sophia's stunned, explaining its value to Luke as bettors swarm, wanting the paintings. Time skips forward. Sophia runs her own art museum, Luke by her side. They visit Black Mountain College, reading Ira's letters to Ruth, their love a light that guided them home. What a ride! Did Luke's final ride on Rango or Sophia's leap for love hit you hardest? This wasn't just a story. It was a heartbeat, a legacy, a love that outlasted time. What's racing through your mind? Was it Ira's sacrifice, Ruth's return, or Luke and Sophia's $1 million reunion that broke you open? Spill it all in the comments. What made your heart soar or shatter? If this tale gripped you tight, smash that like button like a rodeo champ, subscribe to Love Flicks, and ring that bell. More epic, soul-stirring stories are coming. Share your favorite moment and let's keep this love alive!